Oh, well. Good morning, everybody. This is the regular Monday morning Space Junkie Takeover. This is me, Sobby, and I've got David here with me. Hi, David. How are you doing?
Hello, Sabi. Hello, everyone. Yeah, we are here again, and always is good to back. So yeah, it's nice to be back.
Yep, there was not much happening at Starbase, but despite that fact, we are trying to bring you something new at least. I mean, there are some events and some developments, luckily, but no launches, no tests yet, but we are heading towards that. And at some point in the show, we're going to cover a little bit the Artemis rollout. The SLS rocket just made its way to LC-39B. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Artemis program and how Starship is connected and, just a little bit of conversation about that. If you are a little bit surprised about the voices and the not native English language, we always do this show, well, lately every 2 weeks, and we are Hungarian, so this is where the accent is originated. But fear not, hopefully, we will bring you tons of information. In the meantime, if you have any questions in the chat, please ask us, and we always like to interact with you guys. Also, um, just join the channel, smash the like button if you will like what you hear. And I think without further ado, let's just head our attention towards the masses because this is where we usually begin. So let's see what test articles are there, what they've built, and what we can expect there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the mainly the activity around all the starbase is concentrated here because, as you can see on this photo, or you will see on this photo, there are still 3 test articles. So these are the B18.1, B18.3, and S30.39.1. So the B18.1 is still in the cage. Next to it, it's the point 3, and a bit on the right is the S39.1. And they are mainly testing nowadays, or in the last couple of days, the point 3 and the S39.1, because maybe these are the two most important test articles. So yeah, just very quick. So the reason, or the purpose of the BEEF 18.1 is to collect data's test, and of course structural data's about the new interstage. So this hot staging, integrated hot staging part of the hull, and you can see a pressure cup on the top of the whole test article, and they're just pulling it from the top to the bottom. So these are the strings you can see on the side of this test article. So they can pull with these strings just down the whole structure, so they can have the structural information with these tests. And yeah, and I just waited this nice painting what Sabia
Thank
is
you.
doing.
Sabicasso is doing his job. Yeah,
I
so
just don't want to interrupt you. Just
this is the
finish your
article.
nice work.
Thank you.
So
Uh,
anyway,
Let me just
okay.
add that I'm gonna keep on referring to the latest episode from Friday. Uh, we always encourage you to watch Felix's programs, which is Tuesdays and Fridays. The episodes they always sum up what's going on, and there are always some nice renders or nice graphics that can show exactly what's going on. This is the top
Mhm.
what we talk about, and this is the ring on the top. Yeah, so that's
That
what.
that's supposed to mimic the ship aft section. So that's why it's just put on the top of the
Mhm.
interstage. and on the ship part is this cap, this pressure
The
cap.
upper part, above the
Yeah.
grid.
Exactly. And yeah, this test article had already what 17 or yeah 17 tests already, so it's quite veteran already. And but they are still collecting data, so maybe they just want to make sure that everything um, will work perfectly as it expected. So that's why they are doing so many tests with any test article. But currently, this is the most frequently tested test article ever, if I'm correct. So yeah, and the other, and I don't want to waste any more time. The S39.1, it had already 5 tests, and it's quite important because it shall collect data for the ship aft section, because as you all know, it's quite new design. It has a new design because of the generation change, and and it's actually the second round of the test. So it had already one round, but they have rolled it back to the Star Factory, and they just put or welded, better to say, welded some new parts on the wall or the hull of this structure or the test article. So for example, they welded two um, docking parts or docking ports, better to say, and they just strengthened all of the weldings because maybe on in the third round it wasn't strong enough to withstand the forces or the pressure what they had to um, just raise inside the tank. So yeah, that's the two new outside article which was installed. But as I mentioned, all of the or most of the weldings have been strengthened as well. So again, they want to make sure, or they want to be 100% sure that this test article can withstand the forces and the structural tests. And yeah, if we go back, or yeah, once we are here on this graphic, you can see this strange structure or frame which was also installed or built at Messi's. And if we can go back to the flyover photo, we can show it better. So again, as we all the time saying, it's still not 100% sure what's going on with this one, but most of the people think and that it's something with the docking mechanism testing, or maybe with the second adapter, so tanking adapter. But it still has not been installed, so that's why it's still unsure what's going on with this one. But it will be tested quite soon once the S39 will join the party here at the message. Until it will be unclear what's the purpose of this structure.
Yeah,
But yeah.
these are the docking mechanisms the
Yep.
David was referring. So hopefully this is the purpose they're gonna serve at some point in its lifetime. Um, whilst we were at that photo, if I will put it back for 1 second, there was an interesting feature on that photo that we need to cover, because I think 2 weeks ago we could not find or could not locate that
Yes.
very area. So let's focus on the upper left part of that photo, and here you can see some sort of wall structure in here, and then behind it there are some stands of some kind. And let me see if I show you another photo, probably here. Yeah, it's a bit sharper.
Hmm.
So there are those red cylindrical things in there. Well, I think we figured that out. These are
Yeah, that's the
COPs.
famous tanks of the SpaceX guys.
Yes, so the COPVs finally now, the first of all, they are transported more carefully, and they are kind of wrapped or placed into a canister. I'm not entirely sure that this is the regular outside of it, or if they are in an outside shell. I'm really not positive about that yet. Exactly what's going
But
on.
I have, yeah, I just came in my mind that when SpaceX just shared when B819 has been stacked fully in the Mega Bay, we could see red COPVs on the side of it. So maybe that's the it's not only a cage, but that's the outer layer. Maybe that's a new design of the COPVs, and maybe it's a new structure or a redesigned or reconfigured structure, and which is much more robust, and hopefully it won't blow up again.
Hmm. Hmm. Some people
So yeah.
speculating it's an outer shell.
Hmm.
Not entirely sure. Probably they keep it. They keep the itself in that shell, just in case if it blows up. Not sure, but it's very interesting
Hmm.
that at least they have a stand right now, and this is where they are giving some sort of test before they fit it. Well, I think that's the right move, because yeah, seeing two of them failing and taking two articles, Ship 36 and Booster 18, to death with them, well, that's not a great stuff.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to be very very I don't want to how to so roast roast the SpaceX guys, but maybe it's a bit late to this test. So it should have been
It's
conducted a bit earlier.
it's never too late, David. It's never too late
I know,
to do
but
the right
yeah.
thing.
Anyway, maybe if they had been doing it previously, then maybe they hadn't lost two vehicles.
Well,
So
there is a famous chef. He appeared in ITV. There's a TV channel in England, and he speaks a very thick Italian accent, if you remember. And he said, "If my grandma had wheels, she would be in a bike." So yes, so there are ifs. What if they did it before? But that's
yeah,
past
that's
already.
right.
The only thing they can do is to make sure that from now on this is not gonna be the case, or they reduce the possibility. Yeah, we'll
At least
see.
they have forced stands, as we can see on the photo, so they can test parallel for different tanks
Yeah, yeah.
in at least. So yeah, so
Okay,
yeah, at least they have it now.
yeah. Okay, let's move on
Story
with
concluded.
with the flyover, because yeah, there are some, at least some buildings going on, some construction. At least this is something that SpaceX is always going to be. I don't know if ever Starbase is gonna be like finished, and that's it, no more construction. I don't see that ever coming, but that there is a possibility for that. The Gigabay is being built in a crazy pace. Yeah,
Yes. So you can see already the third level, but it's kind of interesting because now the pattern looks a bit different because they started to build the third or the next level from the middle, and they just going outside, and yeah, but it means that they are halfway there. I mean the third level is halfway finished or built, so maybe they have raised again the cranes pretty soon. So yeah, it's just growing like a mushroom. So it's pretty insane how well, what kind of pace they are doing.
indeed,
And
indeed, it's looking good though.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
um, I don't know what to say anymore or anything else. Well,
It
maybe
looks nice. It's gonna be
yeah,
big,
it will be huge.
huge. How many stands? Is it 12 stands? Is it
24.
24? Okay, so on one side 12, and then the other side another 12. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6 by 4. Yes.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. I mean, this is key for mass production. There's not a there's not a single question for that.
Yeah.
Um, I think we
And
kept. Hmm.
if maybe it would happen that everything is ready, then maybe they will demolish something and they will rebuild it just to build every every time something.
Well, we covered that in the previous shows that they definitely want to expand the gigabay to another gigabay. So the two megabays will be gone, and yeah, just like
Or at
this.
least Megabay
So
one, but maybe both. Yeah,
it's definitely something to do. So we already know right now that there is something down in the pipeline that's gonna come once they finish Gigabay One. But at the moment, this is how it looks like, and in the foreground they have the Star Factory, which I mean, there was a great event not too long ago when Pete Hexet visited Starbase. We're gonna touch that a little bit later. Do I see well that these are still Cybertrucks in here? I mean,
yeah. These are all of Cybertrucks. Yes.
crazy, crazy. A murder of Cybertrucks. Usually, this is a term in English when they say a murder of crows. So, like a bunch of crows, but now you can apply that. And it's a
But it's
murder
for
of Tesla
these are for the
Cybertrucks.
crews actually, if I'm correct. So is instead of the golf cars, or I don't know what's the exact naming of these golf cars. Yeah, again, what they are using on the golf stations.
Yeah.
So these are in service of the crews actually.
Mhm.
It's
For the
quite
staff.
crazy
For the stuff. Yeah.
for the
Hmm.
stuff. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Indeed. Just a quick mention. I mean, I did not pay too much attention to this building, and it looks like there is something. I think there's a car park on the top. To be honest, this looks to me like you can drive on the top. I think so. But
Mhm.
this is being built for the stuff, like an accommodation.
Yeah, yeah, these are apartment. It's a huge apartment building. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
with how many apartments, but a lot.
Many
Many apartments. That's true. And of
apartment
course,
lot. Yeah.
it wouldn't be SpaceX if they hadn't been a design on the walls, and you can see a quite nice design. I don't know what will be the final finalization of it, but
Mm-hmm.
at least
Mm-hmm.
it looks a bit more interesting, rather just a concrete gray color.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But yeah, it's expanding. There's so many people living in here. When we were here, they were just in 2022. Yeah, all these apartments on the top, they were just either being built or just were not there.
Yeah.
And yeah, and some of the area completely transformed at Starbase. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, this area on the right, this is complete was not there. Yeah, crazy. Even the antennas were there, if you remember.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
tracking station.
Yeah, the
Yes.
tracking stations. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, I think because we are in this area, let's just cover a little bit. That Pete Hexet was here, and there was a big event. Elon Musk met Pete Hexet, Secretary of War, and they were kind of showing him around. This wasn't a one-off occasion because Pete Hexet has visited Rocket Lab and also SpaceX. Again, Felix was covering this in the Friday episode, but yeah, it's a big thing. I mean, good and bad, I guess, like everything these days. But we always try to stay away from politics. But the fact that there is some focus um, towards what's going on at the Starbase and the recognition of the SpaceX's hard work. That's always good. You can see Ted Cruz in the middle. So yeah, and we've seen some badass photos from the interior of some of the buildings. So this
And
is
again, we can
being
see the red COPV. Sorry, just once
yes,
we are here.
yes. Well, orange.
Orange, yeah. It's
Yeah,
orange.
it's orange. Yeah, but so this is Mega Bay 1,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
And I'm thinking, okay, so right, so there is one booster going next to it and right next to it again, right? Is that correct? So this is place for
Yes. So
one booster and
mhm.
another booster. Wow, this
So
is beautiful.
that's the middle. section of the or the
Mm-hmm.
middle stand behind or the second row, let's say that. So if you just staying in the front of the mega base, so in the door, you can see uh,
Four
exactly
stands.
two on the left, one in the middle, and two more on the right. So it makes five in total.
Oh, five. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I like these photos. Of course, there is another one from Mega Bay 2. Yeah, with ship 39.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's and let's just cover that a little bit because the tiling on this is
Yeah, it's kind of beautiful, and yeah, it's not dirty yet, but it's pretty nice. And
Yep.
yeah, which is what is a pretty good news that they have removed all of the scaffolding, which because they just started to build this scaffolding after Christmas, so around very end of December, but they have removed it, so it was
Mm-hmm.
maybe just double check all of the tiles. So, but at least from outside uh, for our eyes, it looks pretty beautiful.
Very,
So
very.
but yeah, of course, it's the most important that it has to work well. So
To be honest, I
the
think
beauty thing is the second one.
most of the heat tiles were so far, well, heat shield were doing pretty all right. So it never failed to a level that it caused the demise of any
Hmm.
test article in the past.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of doing all right. But yeah, probably they just wanna, yeah, they just wanna get to a point when no heat ties are falling off, and yeah, it can withstand like more launches, not
Hmm.
just one. Yeah, but they need one article back. So definitely, whenever the first landing is going to happen, and then just like with the booster, and they can inspect the hardware, and not just relying on telemetry or
Hmm.
data, then definitely that's gonna be a groundbreaking point for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, lots of attention to Starbase and Elon Musk. I'm sure he enjoyed it, and hopefully that will help
And his
achieving.
hair.
Yeah.
It's all the time a story.
Yes,
How
yes.
the hair is not again. It's just joke.
All right. Let's see. Let's go to pad 1 first.
Okay.
What's going on? So there's nothing groundbreaking yet.
Not yet, but it was grounded, or at least it has erased from the ground. So yeah, it looks that they are exactly finished all of the demolishing and
Oh,
removing. Or yep.
sorry. As I promised that we are paying attention to chat, let's not move on before I just
Okay. Yeah.
spotted a question. Do you know anything about those vent holes that they drilled in the tiles? Are there any rumors about that? That what the heck they were doing? Because they were drilling like into quite a few holes.
To be frank, I don't know. I don't have any so
Mm-hmm.
many information about it. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to tell any stupid.
Speculate. Yep.
So, maybe that's for testing how to
Mm-hmm.
survive or how it will survive with holes. So
Mm-hmm. So some sort of tests that they are
I
conducting.
would say yes if I
Mm-hmm.
had to say something.
Okay. And also, do you think that the Starship is pointy enough?
Yeah, hopefully yes.
I think the rocket must be pointy. I think it's pointy enough, so
I
that
think
will
so.
work.
Yes. Mm.
All right.
It
Okay.
won't
Sorry
cause
to
any
interrupt.
demise.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. When do you
Yeah.
think they're gonna break some ground?
Pretty soon, maybe in the next couple of weeks. But
Mm-hmm.
at least they have they started the sheet piling, or at least the drilling, because you can see next left to the tower lots of rebar and long rebars, which means they started to they started the drilling to the holes, and they will put inside the holes these kind of rebars. And after they are ready with it, I guess they start the excavation, and they can dig the flame trench itself. So yeah, it will take a couple of weeks, um, but maybe they have learned a lot of this area, how to drill with the pad 2 already, so they have the quite the exact information how to so about the pace, how to drill, because these soils are not the most robust, if I can say that. So yeah, it's a swampy and a very muddy area. So they have to be careful, because if it collapses, then maybe the tower will collapse as well. So that maybe they don't want to make themselves
Not
a
a
big
good,
trouble.
not a
So,
good
but
idea.
at least you can see already the outside, the theoretic outside, or the outline of the new flame trench. So you can imagine where will be it. So yeah.
Oh, I will help you imagine.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
About there. So yeah.
Flame trench. That's it.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah, they
But
have
so far
removed
it's
some
not a drill
tanks.
yet. Yeah.
No, 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 no. So they have also removed some of the old tanks. Um, I don't know whether we have any other photos of about the pad 1 area. So we can see some empty spaces nowadays, but maybe they will just reinstall their tanks. So anyway, just it will, yeah, we will see it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
yeah, and about pad 2, it's almost finished, but it's still not finished yet. So the last touches are still there. You can see some scaffolding on the top of the platform, but yeah, it looks day by day more ready or more finished. So they are in the last phases of the construction, because they have installed in the last couple of weeks all of the clamp doors, which are protecting them during the launches. So again, everything from outside looks pretty much ready. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe it will be ready still in this month.
I'm sure they just want to make sure that everything is ready. So like because it's the first time they are going to use it, I'm not surprised yet that they are still trying to work on it up until the booster is ready to be rolled here. Well,
They have time,
not here
yes.
yet because they need to cryo test it first. That's Messi's, but so they definitely still have some time, and
Yeah.
that's an unfortunate news for us because it means that we're still not gonna see any launches just yet.
Rumor has it everything will be ready in January, so the testing can start both with the pad and with the articles. So with the booster and with the ship in February finally, and we will have some more activity and action. So, but yeah, these weeks is about the patience,
Well,
unfortunately.
if we haven't practiced it yet in long enough, but yeah, but a
Yeah.
big thing definitely is the third generation Starship introduction. You can see the yeah, it is just, yeah, it's gonna look very nice for sure. um can't wait. Can't wait for the introduction for sure. This is
Yeah.
gonna be something totally new, and it's always nice to see something absolutely new. um, yeah, can't wait. Really, it's gonna be beautiful for sure, and
Yeah.
hopefully it
So
will work properly.
yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That it's one it's one thing that it looks pretty. On the other hand, it has to work pretty well. But yeah, we can expect some problems during the first flight, maybe the first two flights, and we won't be surprised if it will blow up not during the ascent, but rather uh, either during the hot staging or the ship will suffer some minor problem, but hopefully not. So I wouldn't say it will be a miracle if the first flight will be 100% successful, but hopefully that will be the outcome. But everything will be new, as we all the time mentioning. So the booster, the ship, the Raptor engines, and of course the launch pad itself. Everything will be quite new. So it's one thing that they will test everything on the ground, but that's another thing that how they perform when everything is integrated.
Hmm. Okay. Some questions. Launched today? Nope. uh,
Definitely
it,
not.
it's a brief answer. Um, would the holes allow outgassing of the ablative layer film cooling? That's a good guess, I guess.
Yes. So
I
these are
would say.
vent outcuts, venting outcuts.
Drills, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, Tars is asking, this flame trench is not so big. It appears even small, considering the size of the other flame trenches for much less powerful launch vehicles. Don't you think? Or am I mistaking? I think the active cooling helps a lot. So it's not just like water sprayed in and that's it. I think the fact that they kind of integrated some sort of piping inside, that definitely helps, and probably they assume that that will do the job.
Yeah. So this whole um, water deluge system is separated actually. So there is a system for the trench, and there is one only for the platform itself. So it will. So lots of water will be sprayed on the top of the trench on the platform during launch. So that's why maybe they didn't require too big flame trench because of the separated systems. But yeah, if we would stand there, I wouldn't say it's a small small structure. So yeah, on these photos maybe it doesn't come back. I mean the sizes, but they are quite big structures.
Indeed, indeed.
Just look at the bottom. Sorry, just go back, please. One photo. Just look at the bottom of the trench.
uh,
There are small guys, and you can compare the whole structure.
they're not small guys, they're normal guys, they just appear small.
That they are looking small, so that means this structure is quite huge again.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely, definitely. That's the thing sometimes with photos, that they don't really give back the big size of certain things. um if you ever been to the Kennedy Space Center, and if you took the bus tour and it takes you next to VAB, the vehicle assembly building, um knowing how huge it is from inside, and standing there, the car park, well, where the bus stops, you look at it, you know it's big, and it doesn't, it's an optical illusion, because
Yeah,
because it just doesn't. But you know it's big ass building, but it's just still lack of comparison.
yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah.
And the story is the same here, so there is nothing to compare with. I mean,
Yes.
the flame trench size is not.
Well, I mean, look, there are Cybertrucks, as the chat spotted very well. Yeah,
Yeah,
there are Cybertrucks there, trucks there, and they are not that big compared
they are
to
like matchboxes.
yes. But anyway, yeah, it's big for sure. All right. There are somebody said, oh yeah, that's a question. Stoke Space, Relativity, and Rocket Lab all land successfully this year.
Ooh, land.
Well, relativity, I don't know where they are at the moment, to be honest. Are they coming in 2026? Um,
Yeah, first they have to launch.
no, but are they planning to launch in
Yeah,
2026?
all
Yeah.
three launch. Yeah, planning to launch this
Mm-hmm.
year, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe Rocket Lab is the closest to it. So
Mm-hmm.
to be frank, I haven't heard about the two others, so the stock space and the relativity space. So they are quite quiet nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
and there is nothing much information about them. And
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, it means that everything goes smooth, but they just don't want to um, put everything out. And yeah, they will surprise us with a pretty ready rocket in a couple of months. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But at least the launch pads are ready, both of them. So Stokes and Relativity is actually neighbors each other in at the Cape. So both of the launch pads are ready, and maybe that was the first phase of the preparation of the introduction of the new rockets. So hopefully they will introduce the rockets maybe in the first half of 2026. But I don't want to go in estimates. But again, Neutron, so Rocket Lab Neutron is the closest to be launched.
Mm-hmm. The hungry hippo. Okay.
Yep.
Right. Let's talk about this because this year is it must be the year when we need to start seeing some sort of HLS mock-ups. Not just mock-ups, well actually we need to start seeing HLS at some point. Certain sections or things that pointing towards the direction that that's HLS right there because they just simply running out of time and Artemis is running out of time. Uh,
Yeah.
and as we speculated and many others were speculating that this third generation Starship has to be the one that's going to be the HLS. So they're not gonna wait for the fourth generation. So they definitely need to build HLS from this. So I am really looking forward seeing the first, I don't know, mystery ring parts or sections or I don't know, something that's pointing towards the direction that that's an HLS or the first legs or I don't know, the thrusters, that the side thrusters on the top, things like that. Nose cones with I don't know, with windows. Yeah.
Yeah, just please show anything else except the cabin crew because so not the cabin crew, so the cabin itself. So we have seen
Mm-hmm.
it at least in render photos, but we don't have any other information about the whole HLS. So it's quite strange. But yeah, we
Yeah.
shall see the first one this year,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
I'm
in the end of 2026.
I'm not super surprised about not seeing anything related to HLS because it's we don't have to. I mean, we don't know what's cooking in the Star Factory, and probably they are pretty much ahead with the interior, with the life support system, with those small thrusters, with the lag. So just because we did not see it, that's just one thing. It's not like the development of the starship itself. Let's say the second stage, because that's they need to assemble it right now. And once that's done, kind of, um, and according to the assumption of Felix, he speculates, and I totally agree with that, that they need to conduct two good launches, two flawless launches. For the
Mhm.
first time, they definitely gonna land it to the Indian Ocean. Most likely the second time too. I don't think they gonna take that risk that they gonna try to land the first second stage um right after the first launch. So at the second launch, because that
Mhm.
just feels too early for me. And then right after that, maybe the third launch, so that's 12, 13, 14. So flight
14.
14 might be the one that's going to land back to Starbase. And once they're gonna start doing more and more launches, like every 2 weeks, every month, probably more realistic, then probably they can start building the first HLS version.
Yeah, that's my prediction as well. And yeah, if everything goes well, maybe they can attempt the first catch on flight 14.
Hmm.
But yeah, again, when the first HLS can come, or at least for the ground testing, then it's a big question mark. It's one of the big questions this year. But again, if they want to do something still in 2028, at least at the end of 28, that then they have to finish the first HLS this year, because
Hmm.
otherwise they, again, as you mentioned, they will run out of time. And again, they have to conduct the orbital transfer propellant transfer test around middle of this year. Maybe they can, if they conduct it in the third quarter, then it's still not too late. But again, they have to um, doing improvements or making or stepping forward in many different side projects. So orbital refueling, in parallel the HLS, not first production but development then production. And again, of course, they has to make operational finally the Starship itself. So they have to start um, putting, for example, Starlink satellites to orbit. So yeah, they have to make big steps this year.
Hmm. Big steps forward.
Hopefully, yes.
Very important. Yeah. And as we're going to turn our attention to Artemis program, I just put this here. This is a Hungarian designer who made this cool render. And on the right, you can all recognize the HLS version. And on the left, that's the Mark 2. That's the
That's the
2.
two because it has
Yeah.
two separate parts.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's Mark two, and that's a big question. That how the next year is gonna unfold, because NASA kind of opened up the competition again. And at some point, Mark two will go to the moon, but at the moment there are some rumors. What if they gonna convert Mark one to be able to take humans to the moon and back. Not entirely sure how that's gonna work out, but at some point that might uh, come and will happen. But what definitely did come and happen is the SLS rocket rollout, finally. And that's a good sign for keeping the hopefully February launch time. But we're gonna cover exactly when these uh when these launches might happen. Well, the launch happen, sorry,
Yeah,
just
so
one.
that was a big step, at least, that they rolled out the SLS to 39B.
Hmm.
And but it doesn't mean that they are ready for launch, because they have to conduct at least one successful WDR, so bed rest rehearsal. And it still doesn't mean that they are ready for launch. So of course it will decide pretty much lots of things. So, but again, if we just remembering how the things went during the preparation of the Artemis 1, then we can assume that it won't go pretty smooth, at least not so not everything will work at once. But I know that they have learned a lot from Artemis 1 preparation, because that was meant to be.
Hmm.
So again, they so as the NASA communications or the public information mentioned, they want to conduct this WDR no later than 2nd of February. And in this case, they still have chance to launch, because they will have in February only 5 days between 6th of February until 10th of February. And they will have two opportunities in 24 hours, if I'm correct. So they have a turnaround time in 24 hours, but if they tanking the rocket at least half of it, half full, then they have to wait another day. So for example, if it means, just for example, if they attempt to launch on the 6th and on the 7th, and nothing of it will launch itself, then it means that on the 8th they will have to make a break to refill the ground tanks. But anyway, first they have to reach the bed rest rehearsal phase, and that will the outcome, if the outcome of it will decide how to going forward. So again, lots of questions among these stats, but hopefully everything will go pretty smooth, or much better than during Artemis 1. And hopefully no hurricanes will join the party as in 2022, because it meant a bit headache for the mechanics, and of course for the management.
There's a good comment in the chat. NPC Software Inc. says, one thing that isn't being talked about is that Artemis 2 is the furthest humans have ever been to Earth. Which also means it's not going to get that close to the moon. Yeah, absolutely correct. Indeed. Very, very important. Yeah, this is definitely the furthest they ever gonna be. So it's definitely a new record that's gonna be, but they're not gonna scrape the surface of the moon. And as we know, they're not gonna put the ship itself on an orbit around the moon. So
Yeah, so
what they yeah.
So they, or most of the people used to mention it with so they compare it with the Apollo 8, because that at that era, so Apollo program, during the Apollo program, the Apollo 8 was the first crewed mission to the moon. But it doesn't mean that the trajectory will be the same, because Apollo 8 had went to orbit the moon, and they've done, I don't know how many orbits around the moon, but what's for sure that Artemis 2 won't going to orbit around the moon. So they will do actually the flying path like the Apollo 13. Of course, it wasn't planned. It was the final trajectory because of the blowing up of the oxygen tank, as you all remember. But now it's a planned flying path. So again, yeah, that's entirely correct that they will be the first. So that will be the farthest trip so far from Earth with humans.
Indeed. And there's one very important thing that we need to talk about, because in the chat, Geoffrey is asking, what if we choose not to go to the moon, Mars? We could just be the first country avoid going to these awful places. Why not make life better here? Why make life suck on multiple planets? It's a good point. It's a very good point. I don't think it's been talked about enough that the whole point of humans becoming multiplanetary species, a species, just one, That's definitely very important because if a meteor strikes or if any of the mass extinction will happen again, then we are doomed. That's it. That's for our species. But if we go and sort of plant a seed on other places or in space, that we can maximize the survival, the chance of survival for our species. But obviously, that's posing to us a huge technological demand. And yes, you're right. Life will be suck, whatever it's gonna be, Moon or Mars or in space. You don't have plenty resources like in Earth. You cannot just go outside and walk and take some fresh air. You're absolutely right on that. But I don't think, let's say, life in the end of, I don't know, the 1400s, the early 1500s in America was honky dory. It was amazing. I doubt that was life was a struggle in general in the Middle Ages and any time before, let's say, today's wealthy lifestyle that we live all around the globe, or most part. But before, even 100 years ago, life was really hard for humans. So if you think about that, having people on the moon or Mars who are willing to put their lives through these challenges, I think it's definitely worth of it. Mining, learning how to live in space, there are all kinds of benefits, and all the technology is coming back down to earth if we master terraforming to a certain degree, or we can just stop mining earth's resources, then it's already a win, and I
Mhm.
don't think it's an either choice. Both can happen, and earth can be benefiting. We're not destroying earth because we're going away. We're destroying because we are choosing to destroy earth, and we can stop that with using space technology like water purification, or there are many, many, many technologies that we are using right now today that we can be thankful for, because just because we are going to space. Very important.
Yeah. So
Yep.
almost nothing to add. Just one thing that that the mankind was maybe designed for exploration, and and it doesn't mean that we can explore only on Earth something new, but we can, and maybe we shall explore new worlds, maybe out of the solar system. So I wouldn't say or wouldn't tell it's our fate, but why not? Why not to try? So, and lots of people think that first we have to save the Earth. We have to
Before we go to space. Yeah.
yeah before we want to go very big distances. And why put money in this industry? Because lots of troubles and lots of bad things happening on Earth. But it doesn't mean that we can't explore, because one can live with the next parallel with the other. So I know, and unfortunately, if we would stop the exploration today, it doesn't mean that every bad thing would
Go
be
away. Yeah.
go away. So it doesn't mean that, and that's a bad mindset, if I can say that.
Hmm. Indeed, I agree. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, so let's see. 2026 is definitely an interesting year. Uh, it will be because there are new companies introducing themselves for the first time. They are going to launch their certain type of rockets, or in general, and it's not just in US. China is really doing well, and they are developing new technologies, new rockets. They are planning new space telescopes and
Hmm.
all kinds of stuff. They are working on their Mars sample return program, and they are planning to go, and send some rovers probably uh, to Mars, and definitely they try to conquer Moon in the next few years. So there's definitely a huge race shaping up, and I think we are sitting in the front row. We are going to enjoy it for sure. But for now, obviously, we are cheering for Artemis 2 and for a successful launch. I think, yeah, somebody just said in the chat that let's not have too high expectations towards the pictures that will come back. It is not going to be about pretty pictures, even Artemis 1 wasn't, but this time is going to be even less exciting, but it's more about them sitting in the Orion spacecraft and how they feel and testing out the systems. So yeah, that's I think that's alone gonna be so exciting. So that's gonna be an interesting 10 days,
About
9
10,
days,
yeah, 9, 10
about 10
days, yes.
days. Cool.
And
Okay,
again,
hope.
sorry, just one thing to add, that
Yep.
since 1972, that will be the first crewed mission to the moon. So just think about it. It more almost yeah more than 53 years passed. 53 years. It's insane.
Yeah,
Who would thought
indeed.
that time that it will take more than a half of a century to go back again, and it won't be a landing, just reaching the moon, but it doesn't mean a landing.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. Well, ISS is some sort of excuse because we did not just waste time, but at least we learned to live in low Earth gravity, low Earth, sorry, environment. But definitely, I don't think from the Apollo generation anybody would assume that this is this long they have to wait or we have to wait.
Yeah.
Anyway, the most important is that we are going back. Um, Estimated time and date. This is the only thing I forgot to put. Can we have a full screen and I can show you the time dates for the Artemis launch? This is so far the planned dates, and let's see when is it going to exactly happen. As well, uh, Felix was talking about the fact that which dates are going to be daytime launches, and I double checked it. I think April 1st might be a daytime launch, and April 30th. So the first and the last day of April might be the possibility, the only two option that this is going to be a daytime launch. Any other dates are nighttime. Yeah.
Yeah, but if they have to wait until the 30th of April, then it's the worst case scenario. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
it won't happen. And
Yeah.
if they don't launch in February, then maybe they can launch in March, unless they have a pretty big technical problem. But hopefully it won't happen.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Let's hope for the best. For sure. Okay. Thanks very much for being with us on this Monday. If nothing happens, I think we're coming back in the next, so 2 weeks from now. And so we skip the next week. And hopefully you like what you heard. And I think we see you very soon. Just stay tuned. Listen to the Tuesdays and Fridays episodes from What About It? Felix is always bringing you the best and latest. We have a 24/7 camera here, so you can watch anytime what's going on at Starbase. And what else? Yeah, definitely support the channel. Smash the like and subscribe because that's very important to keep the machines going forward. The I don't know, the What About It family to exist and bring you the best. And also there is another channel called What About It Plus. These programs, what we do here, you can rewatch it. So yeah, we will wait you there as well. Have a lovely day, have a lovely week, and we see you in 2 weeks. Have a great time. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you next time.